so let's go ahead and set this up. This is also kind of a tutorial for some other people watching, by any beginners. So it's kind of like a beginner's tutorial. I'm gonna keep this really simple for anybody else that watches this on my stream. So let's go ahead and start off with Pensacola. Where are we at? Right. Alright, so Pensacola International says departure will take off from runway, from gate 3. We'll go ahead and pick up Andy while we're there, and we'll do that. And then arrival airport, be Cancun, I believe they're MMCUN. Or maybe it's MCUN. Well, let's see if it comes under CUN. Oh, well, it was there. Where'd it go? Let's get it back. CUN. Boom. There we go. Oh, sorry. MMUN. I was close. Cancun International Airport. We are going to do a IFR flight, which is how typical, basically any typical airliner flight will always be IFR, either low altitude for short distances or high altitude for long distances. So we'll do high altitude. So this flight, as we can see here, about the time it's going to take to do a few different paths here. So basically went from hour 45 minutes to 2 hours and 1 minute. I'll pick our plane here. Go ahead and set up a tail number here. We'll do SD. So Sierra Delta 083 will be our flight number. We'll make it Whiskey Tango 083. All right, now let's see, how do we want to do this? Our arrival, we want to do an ILS landing. So we'll do ILS 4. Let's zoom in here and exactly see what this path is, how they're going to take us. So we're going to come in. This will activate my ILS. Okay, so that looks good. Now that's good. Let's get started. Yeah, as you can see, the real time right now is 6:38 p.m. Let's do this. We're starting this flight from the gate at a dead cold start. So this is for you, Andy. We're picking you up. This is my mouse. All right. Boom. So I'm also I went ahead and already turned on my AI Copilot to do most of my ATC, air traffic control talking, just because y'all, I'm sure, don't want to hear me talk nonstop communicating with the radio for an hour and 45 minutes or 2 hours, but I'm showing this video anyway. But just to make it easier and not as annoying, I'm going to let my Copilot handle all my air traffic control, and I'll just be listening and going off of that. But this is what we're in. We will be flying into the sunset. This is our plane right here, the A320neo, one of my favorite planes. So while we're here, let's go ahead and get some stuff started. Let's go ahead and get this plane turned on. So also for anybody that's a beginner and is wondering how to do a IFR flight and how to turn this plane on, we're going to get some power going. So we go to battery 1.
Clearance delivery
Ready
Airbus
to-
Sierra Delta 083 IFR to Cancun, ready to copy.
Airbus Sierra Delta 083 is cleared to Cancun Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 134.15 squawk 0537.
Airbus
Alright.
Sierra Delta 083 cleared to Cancun Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 134.15 squawk 0537.
Airbus 083 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi. Good day.
So that's why I turned on my AI Copilot. So y'all won't have to hear me do that 100 times. So let's go ahead and turn on the external power from outside. Get that going. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, look at our FMC here, our Flight Management Control System, or also called FMS. Or could be called Flight Management Computer, Flight Management System. Let's look at our flight plan here. So, destination, waypoints. Okay. Alright, so real quick before I mess with that, let's go ahead and get Andy aboard the plane here. Need a couple things going on here. Request
Pensacola
fuel
ground Airbus
supply.
Sierra Delta 083, could you please send a fuel truck?
Airbus Sierra Delta 083, a fuel
Which
truck
we
is
can
on the
make it
road.
on 50%. From what I see from the flight, we could probably get about 4 hours out of this, but we'll just go ahead and fill up anyway.
Pensacola ground
Go and get our
Airbus Sierra
jetway
Delta
connection
083,
going.
could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Airbus Sierra Delta 083, we can't connect the jetway to the aircraft. Please retry later.
Oh, maybe because it's the field truck.
Pensacola
Get baggage
ground
service
Airbus Sierra
going.
Delta 083, could you please send the baggage?
Airbus Sierra Delta 083, baggage is on the way.
Alright, so we got that going. Let's go ahead and real quick let's see here. Let's look at performance for our takeoff. We need a key in one for 10 degrees of flaps, which we're going to use for takeoff. So key that in. Let's go to initialization. So cruising altitude 38,000 feet. Sorry guys, this is my fuel being requested from the truck here. So let's go ahead and fill up our center tanks. Boom. Alright. So we got that going. First thing they said was 9,000, so we'll go ahead and key this in for 9,000. Oh, boom. Come over here. We'll hit flight director. What else? What else did this woman say to me? Okay. Oh, we'll go back to that in a minute.
Pensacola ground Airbus Sierra Delta 083, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Airbus Sierra Delta 083, the jetway is going to be connected.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get Andy on the plane right here, as you can see.
Pensacola ground Airbus Sierra Delta 083, I am done with the baggage service.
Alright, jetway. I'm not. Oh, there we go. If we're kind of having a little bit of glitching going on here. We got a vehicle on the way down there. Yeah, I think it's just kind of glitching. Still, this game's still not perfect at the moment. But we'll go ahead and say that he's on board. I really think it's because that damn pushback vehicle's in the way. But anyway, we'll say he's on board.
Pensacola ground, Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree. Could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Alright. Go over here and turn on our fuel pumps for our engines. Which we will not turn them on yet because we don't turn on engines when you're this close to something. It's dangerous. Or we don't turn on jet engines. So we're going to turn those on. Come down here to our APU starter and master switch. We'll wait for that to say available. And when that does, we will hit our APU bleed and get some air running through these engines. Let me look at my logbook here real quick. It's good to me. Alright, so it says available now, so we'll turn on our APU bleed.
Pensacola ground, Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree requesting pushback.
Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree pushback request accepted.
Ah. Turn on our lights here. Alright, so now we're being pushed back so we can get on the path. We are Sierra Delta 083. Flight Whiskey Tango 083. We're taking off on runway 26. I should have probably released my parking brake there. This guy's probably like, what the hell?
Pensacola ground, Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree requesting pushback to steer the aircraft to the left.
Steer me to the
Airbus
left.
Sierra Delta 08 tree, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Well, thank you, Toots.
Pensacola ground, Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree requesting the end of pushback.
Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree request to end pushback received.
Alright, let's go back to our clearance.
Pensacola
This is
ground,
again.
Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree with Echo ready to taxi IFR.
Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree taxi to and hold short of runway 26. Contact tower on 119er decimal niner when ready.
Alright, so let's go ahead and start these engines. That going. We need to put down 10 degrees of flaps. Do that. Ooh. So anybody that's watching that's not a part of this reason for this flight, but just watching to learn something.
Taxiing hold short runway 26 Airbus 08 tree.
For any beginners, follow along. And these steps will get you there. So we got that going. Right now we're just waiting for our engines to level off. Go ahead and put on our seat belts on. As we're about to get ready to taxi. Oh, who that be? All right, let's do this. Go ahead and set auto brake to max on in case we have to bail on takeoff or something happens. All right, let's do this. Park brake off. We'll stay out above the plane for now here just to kind of see where we're going. The speed limit for taxiing is 15 knots.
Pensacola Tower, Air Shuttle Flight 90487 miles east inbound RNAV runway 26 approach. Air Shuttle Flight 948 Pensacola Tower. Altimeter 29.97 wind 232 at 8. Cleared RNAV runway 26 approach. Air Shuttle Flight 948 wind 232 at 8. Cleared to land runway 26. Cleared to land runway 26 Air Shuttle Flight 948.
So someone's actually coming into land right now on the runway that we're about to take off from. I'm not sure if it's this Cessna 152 partner of mine or if it's person in the TBM. Someone's coming in. But yeah, so right now we're taxiing. We got Andy on board. Andy's on the plane. We are headed to Cancun International. Should be a pretty flight for a little bit. Obviously, I'm going to short this video down because we're already at 19 minutes. We're now holding runway 26.
Tower, Airbus Sierra Delta 08 at runway 26 ready for departure IFR to Cancun.
Airbus Sierra Delta 08 hold short runway 26. Traffic is generic on short final.
Hold short runway 26 Airbus 08.
Oh, there he was.
Delta 083, altimeter 29.907, wind 232 Cleared for takeoff runway 26.
Alright, so we were just waiting
Cleared
on
for takeoff
that
runway 26
other
Airbus
player to
Sierra
land.
Delta 083.
297. Okay. Some final checks real quick. That looks good. Alright. I know we did that. Got our flaps down. Let's go ahead and proceed to runway. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot, Captain Turner speaking. We are about to be taking off for Cancun International. We expect a pretty easy flight, weather looks good. We expect to be there in probably approximately 1 hour and 50 minutes. It should be a pretty good sunset, so everybody be sure to get the window open, get a good view of that as we take off and head south. Other than that, enjoy the flight. Let's do this. And everybody say hi to Andy on the plane. Alright. So now, set these to take off. And for anybody that's learning off this video, how this throttle works, real quick. Has 3 stages. You have a CL, which is a climb level, which is a auto throttle. You would put it in your autopilot. You have a flex MCT, which you would put to save fuel on longer runways when you have more time to take off, and Toga, which is full power for short runways and to pass. And anywhere in between here is auto throttle. Plus, we have reverse thrusters here. Toggle them there. We can reverse thrust and go backwards. Turn that off. Alright, let's do this. One minute, guys. I am not sure why my aircraft is tugging. Oh, now it stopped, so I don't know what was going on with that. Alright, so for those watching, straighten this plane back out. Once you get about 140, you'll see a 1 right here pop up. That's around the time to pull up. We'll slowly start to pull up, try not to exceed 10 degrees. Put up landing gear.
Pensacola Tower, Blue Streak 5617 miles north inbound RNAV runway 26 approach.
Put up
Airbus
flaps.
083, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.15. Good day. Blue Streak 5617 Pensacola Tower. Altimeter 29.907, wind 232 Cleared RNAV runway 26 approach.
We'll be outside right here.
Airbus 083. Jacksonville Center, Airbus Sierra Delta 083
We're flying
is
over
passing
Pensacola.
1,400 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
We're going to fly over Pensacola Beach straight ahead.
Center altimeter 29.907, continue as planned.
There's Pensacola NES military base right there. I did put the distance of Cancun on here so people could see it.
Change destination to Cancun.
It's 567 nautical miles.
Is cleared to Cancun Airport as filed. Squawk 0537.
We'll now put this in climb level.
Airbus Sierra Delta 08 tree cleared to Cancun Airport as filed. Squawk 0537.
Airbus 083, read back correct. Radar contact 3,700 feet. Altimeter to niter decimal niter 7, continue to DTSCL turning and following heading 170, proceed on course climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
Alright, so now what we're going to do
Continue
is...
to DTSCL turning and following heading 170, proceed on course climb and maintain 12,000 feet Airbus 08 tree.
Put that on, we'll hit that there. Set our flight, we're going to let autopilot take over for our IFR flying. Our waypoints, you can barely see it down there, but that is 3 Mile Bridge that was damaged by Skanska. That is that is Gulf Breeze right down there, and then right there to the right of Gulf Breeze, that is Pensacola Beach, Fort Barrancas, Navarre, and all that. And right here to the right is, like I said, NES. That is Johnson Beach, the very end of Johnson Beach, and Perdido Key, right there. But yeah, we are on our way. Sunset was not as pretty as I thought it was going to be. But we are on our way to Cancun International, 555 nautical miles. But yeah, I went ahead and put that on screen so anybody that's watching can see how far we are away. I normally fly with that off now and go completely off my IFR electronics. What did I just do, guys? Sorry. But I go off my electronics here and my flight path so I can see where I'm at, my flight plan, and our waypoints, and where we need to be, the speed we need to be, and the height. This green line here is our IFR route. What did I do, guys? I screwed something up. I don't know what I clicked, but I screwed something up. Why are we doing a 180? Yeah, so that wasn't part of the plan, guys. I'm not sure what happened. This game's still kind of glitchy. We're about to manually take over.
Airbus 083, please expedite your climb 12,000 feet.
Alright. I think I got her back good now. I'm not sure what exactly was going on there. This game's still kind of glitchy at times. It has some IFR issues sometimes. I think when it threw it out of autopilot, it glitched it out. So hopefully now it's relining back up with our IFR path. We can see our, yep, it is. We see our next destination which is 236 nautical miles away, which is DTC or DTSCL. And we are rising up to our 12,000 feet. Also, I should have already done this, guys. We can go ahead and turn off our takeoff lights and we can do our... it already went off by itself. Okay, we can turn our seatbelt light off. Alright. So we are on the way. But yeah, y'all can look in here and look at this beautiful plane I'm in. It's one of my favorites. This is the most popular commercial airliner in the world. But yeah, but also for those who are watching, where like thinking about the IFR, so that DTSCL and the heading up there 172 degrees, you can see right here, it's our first waypoint. The one above that was KPNS, which is Pensacola International Airport, and you'll see we have DTSCL, which is where we're going, to Nozat, to Hacho, to Letus, and then MMUN 12 left, which is Cancun International, runway 12 left. So we are going to let this baby do her thing for a little bit, and then I'm going to get back with y'all when we are closer in and do another look. But I will leave it on for just a few minutes if anybody wants to watch the sunset down there as we rise up to our 12,000 feet.
Sierra Delta 08 tree is at flight level 1905, climbing flight level 200.
Alright guys, I'm back. We are 251 miles out. The plane has actually stayed on course these last couple hundred miles, so that's been really good. I'm not sure what's going on while our plane is wanting to climb right now. Oh, I see why. Alright. So now they want us to be at 17,000 feet and not to exceed speeds of 280. Climbing.
Airbus 08 please expedite your descent flight level 200.
Alright, so I take that back. They want us at 20,000 feet and not exceed 280 nautical knots. So we're gonna go back in here. I already got my speed set here. We're gonna go ahead and do this to 20. But yeah, see the stars up here right now. But yeah, we're halfway there. There's the moon. Pretty. There's another player flying out there. Some guy named C-Jack61 and a C-208. I'm not exactly sure what that plane is he's in. But our IFR looks great. We are currently between Nozat and Macho in our waypoints. Like I said, I got these on here for anybody that's watching this video to help teach you and show you the beginner tutorial of flying IFR flights. But got Andy back there. He's drunk. You got a couple strippers back there. He's in first class. This plane won't let you go into the back right there and sit in the seat like some will, but he's having a good old time. I turned the disco ball light on. I did do that, yeah. But yeah, we are still just going out here and cruising, having a good old time. But I'm gonna take off again and see y'all when we are, say, 100 miles out. Alright guys, I'm back. We are, yes, you can see that's Cancun and ahead of us. We need to adjust some things here. We need to go down to 18,000 feet. Pretty soon we are start our slow descent. We need to start our speed down to 250. Not exceed that. Alright, we are 64 miles out from Cancun. Everything seems to be working really well right now. No glitching going on.
Please expedite your descent flight level 180.
I think we're descending quick enough so she can calm her tits. Yeah, we are now under 60 miles out from Cancun International. We are, okay, macho. We got lettuce, then rig dug. Alright. So I'll start explaining what's going on in some of these parts here as we get closer to them. There'll be a lot of things about to happen. So anybody that's watching this for learning purposes, just watch what I'm doing, feel free. Like I said, this is complete beginner's guide while I'm doing this, but also at the same time, this is a flight I'm doing for my buddy Andy. Alright, we are 50 miles from Cancun. Alright, so we're going to go ahead.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet Airbus 08
12,000. At this point here, we're going to go ahead and put on, which this would be pretty early, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on now, just to show. Turn those on 10 miles out. We'll turn on our landing gear lights.
Airbus 08 you are 42 miles northeast. Descend Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS for runway 12 left approach by Riddick transition. Clear to Riddick.
Alright.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS for runway 12 left approach via Riddick transition. Cleared to Riddick Airbus 08.
I'm going to go ahead and drop our speeds down. Because ATC I feel is a little bit fast on this and off. So we'll go ahead and do that. Flight path here. Okay. Go ahead and turn on LS or ILS. And once we are down to about 3,000 feet, 10 miles out, we will be looking for the signals from the runway for a ILS landing, which will be two magenta diamonds that'll appear, one that goes across down here and one that goes across here. And when they both line up one at a time, when this one lines up in this yellow line, we will push localize, and when our altitude one lines up this yellow line, we will click approach over here, and that will lock us into the glide slope, which will pull us right into the runway. Now, if you had any type of wind shear or stuff, we would key that into our flight management system computer there to make up for that and to correct that. But like I said, I'm keeping this very simple for training purposes and just making this more of a fun flight. Doing it, like I said, doing it for my buddy Andy. His flight, I'm sure, is a little bit different. He probably either went from Pensacola to Atlanta, or Pensacola to Charlotte, or Pensacola to like New Orleans, then went from there to a connecting flight to Cancun. But we did a straight flight, which I don't think they do this flight in real life, straight from Pensacola to Cancun. So we are 30 miles out right now from Cancun International. We'll start dropping our flaps, say for about 10 miles out, 15 miles out. We will set our landing speed. 145, I believe, is the correct landing speed of this plane. I like to do it at 155. But we will start setting our flaps. We will set the first 10 degrees at 190, the second row of flaps at 180, and third row of flaps at 160, and then we will drop full flaps and idle right before we come in to the runway and do our flare, which the flare, if you don't know, is when you pull the nose up just a little bit so the rear landing gear touches first. Then we put the nose down. So we will check a few things real quick just to make sure here. Just a quick check. We need to turn auto brake back on max. Just tells us where we're going. Make sure our speed brake is armed in case we need it. That looks good. Here, that's good. ILS runway 12. So we are getting there. So you can already see a magenta diamond right here coming out. Our first magenta diamond. That will slowly move across the screen, and when that joker is here is when we will hit localize or lock mode, and the other one that will appear here is when we will hit approach. But we are still pretty far out, usually about 10 miles out. At 3,000 feet is when you really get to that. So We're going to come in. We're doing good right now. Our descent is good. We're about to be at 4,000 feet shortly. And then we will get our glide slope, and we will do this.
Spirit Wings 8841, you are 27 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 4,900 feet. Expect VOR DME 1 runway 30 left approach via Charlie Uniform November transition. Cleared to Charlie Uniform November.
Descend and maintain 4,900 feet. Expect VOR DME 1 runway 30 left approach via Charlie Uniform November transition. Cleared to Charlie Uniform November. Spirit Wings 8841.
Alright.
Airbus 083 contact approach on 123.2. Good day. Spirit Wings 8841 contact approach on 123.2.
I'm going to go ahead and drop my speed down to 190.
123.2 for Airbus 083. Approach Airbus Sierra Delta 083 is at 6,900 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Airbus Sierra Delta 083 approach altimeter 29.9.
Do our first set of flaps.
Approach Spirit Wings 8841 is at 3,000 feet, climbing 4,900 feet. Spirit Wings 8841 approach altimeter 29.9.
Alright, we have both our magenta diamonds here on the screen coming out. So as you can see here, autopilot is glitching out again. So that'll be the third time this flight that has had this issue. There we go. Put it back on. Alright, 18 miles out. Go up here and go ahead and turn these on. Then once we get our localizer in position, we will glide slope from that and come into this runway. So it's not moved yet, but we are getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and just set this down at 3,000 feet. I'm not sure why they want us at 4.
Spirit Wings 8841, please expedite your climb 4,900 feet.
We're gonna pass on that, Captain. I've been flying for
Airbus 083
almost 2 hours now.
3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet Airbus 083.
Told you, 3,000 feet.
Airbus 083, contact Meredith Center on 125.2. Good day.
Going to 125.2 Airbus 083. Merida Center Airbus Sierra Delta 083 is at 3,900 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
Airbus Sierra Delta 083 Merida Center altimeter 29.95. Continue to UN 505 as planned. Airbus 083 contact approach on 123.2. Good day.
Going to 123.2 Airbus 083. Approach Airbus Sierra Delta 083 is at 3,800 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
Airbus Sierra Delta 083, approach altimeter 29.95, continue to UN 505 as planned.
Alright, so we're about to hit this
Spirit winds 8841
left turn here.
maintain 3,000 feet.
So we should start turning to the left any second now.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Spirit wings 8841.
Put some more flaps down.
Spirit wings 8841. Descend.
We're at
and maintain
160, so
2,900
3
feet.
levels of flaps.
Descend and maintain 2,900 feet. Spirit wings 8841.
Go ahead and put down landing gear. Here comes our Alright, capture this glide slope. Come on, baby. So we got that locked. Probably just gonna
Spirit winds 8841. You were 6 miles southeast of Cancun.
yeah, our approach.
Contact
So
tower on
approach is coming down
118.1
now.
inbound.
So we will hit that in just a second. Then we will start to descend. We're going to start our speed down to 155.
Tower on 118.1. Spirit winds 8841.
Have a little crosswind I can see. The tail's a little turn in there. It's alright. We use our rudder pedals here and we will correct that once we get a little bit closer. Alright, we are waiting on our last magenta diamond to line up right there with our altitude. It is almost.
Airbus 083, you are 12 miles northwest of
Now let's just turn to GS, which that means
Contact
we
tower
have
on
captured the
118.1
glide slope.
on the approach.
Tower on 118.1 Airbus 083. Tower Airbus Sierra Delta
145, I believe, is the correct landing speed of this plane. I like to do 155.
Airbus Sierra Delta 083 tower. Altimeter 29.9 5 wind 041 at 8. Cleared ILS for runway 12
Yeah, we are coming in to land.
Cleared ILS for runway 12 left approach, Airbus
We'll drop off our
08.
buddy Andy. Give it a little rudder turn here. Yeah. A little crosswind, that's alright. Real clear skies though, real pretty coming in. So usually from about this point is where most people would take off autopilot and take over the flight and land the plane. But since I'm doing this also for a little beginner's lesson, I'm gonna wait till I'm probably about 1,000 feet or less out from the runway, and then I'll take over from there and put the plane down.
Spirit Wings 8841, exit runway when able.
We're 5.5 miles out.
Airbus 083, wing 041 at 8. Cleared to land runway 12 left.
Cleared to land runway 12 left, Airbus 083.
Alright, we got that on max. That's good. Seatbelt lights on. A little correction here. Alright, we're about to get ready to disengage autopilot and take over.
400. 300. 200.
Got us a little bit off.
60. 50.
We got this. Alright, kill throttle. Came in a little hard there. Alright, reverse thrusters.
Airbus 083, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, we definitely had some strong crosswinds coming in there. Took us a little bit off course. What's up, everyone? Thanks for watching my video. If you made it all the way through it, hey, props to you. I know it was a long video. It was definitely a long flight. Tried to make the video about an hour long, even after cutting about an hour and a half out. But it was a fun flight. It was really good. I told my buddy Andy I was going to do it for him. Do the flight. And I actually did the flight yesterday to Cancun from Pensacola International. And actually that flight went completely smooth. No glitches. Everything went perfect. The landing was smooth as could be. Right on lined up. Today, IFR issues, autopilot issues, crosswinds, throwing off my ILS, which kind of my fault. I should have dropped the autopilot earlier and took control and landed it. Got control earlier and landed it and saved it, so it wouldn't have been such a rough landing. You wouldn't have got that bounce. But also could have keyed in that wind I was getting into my FMS or FMC computer on board, and it would have made up for that in the autopilot right before landing. But all good. But good learning video, good training video for myself and anybody that wants to watch it that comes across it, because I'm gonna tag IFR and ILS training, so people who still have issues can tag along and watch and learn something, because I made this video very beginner basic. But I really hope you enjoy the video. I try to put 1 to 2 videos out a week. As of about 2 weeks ago, I decided to start doing it. Got rid of all my old videos and restart my YouTube account, and here we go. So constantly got more stuff coming. I have a couple other videos I need to put up on here, but until next time, guys, happy flying.